Students of Reddit, what was your school's big scandal? Teacher sent nudes to a kid because the kid pretended to be a different person on a dating website. Teacher left. Kid was expelled. My history teacher blackmailed the girls who weren't doing so good on his class. He exchanged good grades for nudes. We had a senior, male student in my high school who knocked up a freshman and the Spanish teacher within like a week of each other. A woman with severe medical issues, both physical and mental deficiencies, snuck away from her group home and hid in the broom closet of our cafeteria for 2 days. She ate all of our garlic bread, took someone's jacket, and walked out 36 hours later. This was in 2007. We didn't have cameras or anything and no one saw her go in or out. They only knew she was there because the jacket had the name of the high school, and when she was found she straight up told the police she had been hiding in there for 2 days. The group home said she had been missing for roughly a day and a half. It was in 2007, but my high school had a string of bomb threats. There was a bathroom where no cameras could see who went in or out, and someone wrote in Sharpie across one of the stall doors, "There's a bomb in the school with that day's date." The school was evacuated, and we all went home. For the next few months, there was a bomb threat seemingly every Friday. We'd be in the middle of the first or second period, then we'd all go home. After we missed enough days, we all had to come in on several Saturdays, and the bomb threats stopped. Comment your thoughts below, and if you have a story related to this topic please share. My sophomore year of high school, the gym teacher's brother gets hired as the computer teacher. Nice guy, was personable, not as much as his brother but still. 2/3 through the year he just vanishes and most of the teachers don't want to talk about it. Eventually it gets out that when he was in college, the computer teacher got into a barroom brawl. During the brawl he took a pool ball, put it inside of a sock, swung it and smashed a guy in the head with it. The guy who get it had permanent brain damage. The school found out midway through the year and that is why they let him go. Chemistry teacher spilled mercury in the lab at my high school. She tried to clean it up herself which only further contaminated the lab and didn't tell anyone about the spill. She was arrested and it cost the school $60,000 to have it cleaned up. Was during my sophomore year, a male super senior was having sex with a female freshman in the women's restroom. Turns out my geography teacher was a pedophile with several thousand accounts of child pornography on their computer. Not my school, but the small town high school where my kids now attend. Married female office admin sexes up a female student. Goes to jail for a few years. 10 years later husbands of both women find out they have secret cell phones and have been carrying on a relationship off and on since the older one got out of prison. Someone burned down one of our buildings. Oh, I forgot all about the student crime. In middle school a kid broke in one night to the building with the library. He piled up a bunch of books and set them on fire. Plus he stole some stuff. One of the things he stole was a t-shirt from a fundraiser display. He got busted because he wore the shirt, a shirt no one else would have. A bunch of seniors were having a graduation party in the woods. One of them passed out drunk, rolled into a 6-inch deep culvert and drowned. They didn't notice he died until morning. A string of deaths 3 years in a row was finally broken when some guy jumped out a 2-story building but lived. 2 years ago, a senior brought in a sex doll for Secret Santa. He then brought it to the senior room and essentially had a fake gangbang with it with 20 other people. Someone baked their grandma's ashes into cookies and fed them to students. A girl got pregnant and told everyone the father was our English teacher. Turns out, no one even knows who the father is, her included. Teacher sucked a kid's dick during my senior year. He showed a few people the video, then he proceeded to move to California. She still works there to this day. We currently have a lawsuit against our district. The nurses are claiming harassment against an intermediate principal, and the district refused to step in. Apparently the nurses caught him having an affair and told his wife. He pinned one against a wall and demanded to see her phone. Not a scandal, but my entire high school was put under lockdown because there was a rabbit squirrel on campus. In my senior year, one of the popular football players was killed while he was driving drunk. It was obviously big news on campus and just a few days after, the school had this giant memorial on our football field dedicated to talking about how great of a guy he was and how he'll be dearly missed. He also got like 5 consecutive pages in our yearbook dedicated to him. But not long before his death, a less popular band student had committed suicide and his death didn't receive nearly as much coverage. He didn't get a giant memorial and he didn't get mentioned in our yearbook. One girl made this giant rant about this double standard on Facebook, and it went viral around our campus. Our school was split. Some people praised her for pointing it out, others were pissed and said that what she did was inappropriate. Even one of my English teachers defended the football player. She said that his death was a tragic accident, whereas the band student chose to die, and that there's a big difference. This girl went on to leave the school because she was getting death threats from friends of the football player, and our entire campus was completely divided over this whole incident. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more future content.